The South China Sea arbitration, initiated by the Philippines under the guise of the international law, in nature, denies China's territorial sovereignty and maritime rights and interests in the South China Sea. The purpose of the Philippines is to cover up its illegal occupancy of some reefs near the Nansha Islands by the Philippines. I would like to emphasize that the arbitration is not applicable to the disputes between China and the Philippines, as the two sides have signed a bilateral agreement and made negotiations the only way to a solution in the Declaration on the Conduct of Parties in the South China Sea. Moreover, territorial sovereignty issues are beyond the scope of the UNCLOS, and the disputes raised by the Philippines on maritime delimitation has been excluded by the declaration of the Chinese government in 2006. By unilaterally initiating the arbitration, the Philippines has breached its bilateral agreement with China and violated the provisions in the UNCLOS and other rules of the international laws. Established on the basis of illegal acts and appeals of the Philippines, the arbitral tribunal has no jurisdiction over China. Therefore, the arbitration award is not binding on China. The Chinese government has repeatedly stated that it shall not accept nor participate in the so-called arbitration and shall not recognize or honor the award. This is not a violation of the international law. On the contrary, it is the proper exercise of the rights entitled by the international law. It is an act of compliance and maintenance of the international law. We have also noticed that some countries employ the international law only when it is convenient and ignore when it is not. On the one hand, they implement the so-called freedom of navigation program by openly showing military muscles in the South China Sea. On the other hand, they support allies confronting China, forcing China to accept and honor the arbitration award. China firmly opposes such a behavior. We do not make trouble, but we have no fear of trouble. China will not bear with the arbitration award, nor will it allow any infringements on its sovereignty and security interests, or stay indifferent to the irresponsible behavior of some countries in and around the South China Sea. I want to repeat what I said at this forum last year. The Chinese people and the Chinese military always believe in truth rather than heresy. We buy truth rather than force. Meanwhile, I reiterate that our policy on the South China Sea remains unchanged. China has the wisdom and the patience to resolve the disputes through peaceful negotiations. We also believe that other countries concerned have the same wisdom and patience to walk on the path of peace along with China. Any countries not directly concerned are not allowed to sabotage our path of peace for selfish gains.